Harry Byrne. 9, Jake O'Riordan. 1, Cian Sheehy. 2, Matt Henry. 3, Porrick Nesbitt. 4, Porrick Galvin. 5, Jack Foley. 6, Sean Quirk. 7, Ian Condell. 8, Liam Nyland. 16, Tom Cullen. 17, Oliver Carmody. 18, Stephen Hayes. 19, Cian Regan. 20, Jamie Curley. 21, Alan Kiley. 22, Miles Lawler. 23, Tag Walsh. And a special welcome along to any UL Bohemians fans who might have joined us this afternoon for this live commentary. And let's now have a look at the Corinthian side. 15, Oren Burke. 14, Michael O'Reilly. 13, Tom Waters. 12, John Devine. 11, Tim McNulty. 10, Sean Knoxon. 9, Kevin Key. 1, Patrick Fahy. 2, Adam Nash. 3, Kate McFarrett. 4, Rory Glynn. 5, Brian Walsh. 6, Malcolm Joe Gavin. 7, Max Payne. 8, Mark Boyle, captain. So there is Paul Boyle. 16, Max Hone. 17, Oisin Michelle. 18, Raymond Duffy. 19, Gareth Kelly. 20, Porrick Flannery. 21, Joey Tierney. 22, Harry Rogers. 23, Dylan Keane. Fairly settled look inside for Corinthians now.
Yeah.
Anybody who's there under 20 last year being fairly familiar with him. Raymond Duffy, our campaigner, you know, had his 150th cap in the IL there last week.
We're not in your way here, lads, are we?
So, but they're still quite settled, and you know, not too many other changes. I mean, Oren Burke has come in for Sean Fox, who dropped out of the squad.
Yeah.
Dylan Kane as a reserve kind of 10.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it's slightly different when you're in a final situation. You have to go with maybe a bit of experience as well. And Faken's a big unit. He came on last week for right at the end of the game, but there wasn't an awful lot for him to do because Wanderers at that stage had sort of switched off a bit. They were having a thoroughly rotten last 20 minutes.
Yes. Like skating all the challenges in the world.
A lot of luck behind today. Norwegians are further down. They're in fourth. They're taking on the same prize as stake. If they win, they go up and go down. We wish them well. We have updates on that game on FM, and FM will be joining us at the conclusion of the Dublin Galway minor hurling game. The Junior Inter-Pro is on in Derry, at City of Derry. That's Connacht against Ulster. The Irish Women's Six Nations side just kicked off against Scotland. If they win that game, it would give them automatic qualification for the next World Cup, which would be a help rather than having to start playing all sorts of obscure teams. And this evening then, Connacht, that's our second live match. Full live commentary from around 10 to 8 this evening. Connacht, vital game against the Dragons in Newport, and it's an 8 p.m. kickoff, and it's a tough old place to go, Niall, but they need a win over there.
That's it, absolutely. And there's been a connection here today with the Dingers and talking to Mark Boy's father there earlier on.
John, we just met his dad as well. He's down here to see how John Devine's getting on. So, yeah, plenty of family interest, and I think the Corinthians supporters both has arrived. So this is a big one, and hopefully we get the job done. I was talking to Michael Harding, Corinthians head coach. He said he'd seen a bit of film of UL Bohemians. And he made the point that this game, they've known for a while that they were losing to the problem. So therefore, being able to focus on a new opponent. Essentially, I mean, they kept going and Sligo maybe switched off, and there's all the controversy.
On, Corinthians!
It might help them settle a little bit. But yeah, bit controversial last week. I would like to see that, to be honest with you. It'd be great if games just rattle off without any issue. So hopefully we don't have too much controversy today.
Hopefully we don't. I haven't actually got the referee's name. But I hope it was a very good game, and I hope everybody who's now joined us on the Corinthians video stream can hear us okay. We're working off one position microphone there. I'm sure it'll be fine. It might be a little bit in and out, but it'll give you an idea. There is a stiff breeze. It's blowing sort of across the field. It's somewhat cold for April. And as we stand right on the halfway line here in Anacotti, it's if our colleague Alan Deegan was here, he would be somewhat shocked about the state of the goalpost. They could do with a lick of paint. I think he'd almost be volunteering to go and paint the goalposts.
He might.
He might, yeah, give him something to do.
Yeah.
But Corinthians will play, by the looks of it, from left to right. They're in their traditional gear of blue shorts, blue and white striped jerseys, and the blue and black socks. And the Bohemians coming out, and they're in Munster red, I would call it. White shorts, red jerseys, white shorts, and red and white socks.
Come on!
Big day for them as well. They don't want to be relegated. They were in this position.
Come on, old balls! Come on!
They got themselves together. Hopefully, for them, they want to make a fast start. The key is the start to this.
Come on, Corinthians!
Well, that's it. They didn't start too well last week, if it serves me correctly. So, I hope.
Well, we know what you hope for. Because I'll have to say, Niall is a Corinthian, and I will try to be strictly neutral. But yeah, look, he's even got his Corinthians gear on him, but he has covered that up. Look, we're from Galway, and we want to see the two Galway City teams do well today. It would be a big help for everybody, particularly it would be a help for Connacht Rugby as well, because you get players in a higher level.
From the start, Bows, come on!
Bows about to kick off. Their scrum half, out half, I should say, Harry Bird.
No relax at any stage now, lads.
We're ready. Referees checking his watch. Seeing green and white.
Big chase, boys, big chase!
Quite a young referee. Try to get his name at some stage, but underway, Bohemians.
Right, go on, Bows!
Long.
Put him under pressure straight away. Go on, Bows!
O'Reilly. He turns back inside the 22, and that shows just how strong that wind is, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. That ball is seriously travelled.
Sometimes working it round the corner. Got good possession. Looking for the clearing kick here. It'll be interesting to see how far this goes. That wind.
Yeah, he gives the right take on how strong it is.
Interesting. He's got a lot of height. He's got it down to just short of the halfway line where we are. Picked up
Go on,
Gorman.
Bows! That's it!
Well done, lads.
He does make the tackle in the end. Set out by the scrum half for Jake O'Riordan.
Come on, Red! Come on, Corinthians! Off his feet!
It's a good fast Corinthians drive up through their number 6. Monkey Joe Gavin. He gets his legs pumped up over the 10-metre line. They are moving the ball now and they're away. They're looking for a bit of space here. They've got the ball out. Fine involved there. And they're still
Let's go!
they're having to track back to make the tackles.
Great break up the left hand side over from McNulty actually.
Back inside by 7, Max Flynn. And that's a great start for Corinthians. They move that ball. They're up on the edge of the Bohemians 22 here. Little chip the number 8. He's tackled.
Just knocked on going over the line. Mark Boyle. Great attack there by Corinthians. Low over the top by John Devine.
He did actually knock it on short of the line, but he caught it again and then he knocked it on again.
Yeah.
Tough one.
One was right. First come of the game now. It'll be interesting to see this. We'll see what the breeze is like. We'll see what's going on here. Great seal on the deck back there, William, back on the Corinthians 10-metre line by Max.
And that's what you want to see from when that happens. The forwards want to see the backs do something with the ball, and they did. They moved it from 1 10-metre line to within 5 metres of the opposition goal line, and that's a fast start.
Absolutely. And, the referee is taking his time coming over.
probably pick up a little bit of wind in our microphones there. Breeze, and we're now sort of standing looking right into it. It is a crosswind. It's going over the gate, and he was 16 short. UL Bohemians and no score. Got about 5 minutes gone here in the first half of this playoff game. Still half for Bohemians. Jake O'Reilly has it in hand.
Boats! Here your lines, boats! Come on!
Working hard again.
Just get us down here.
So this going to have to box with this one. So you see where the wind takes it.
Get up, boats!
And he brought the ball up to within a metre of the 10-metre line.
Come on, boats!
He's going to
Good exit, boys, good exit.
huge man at number 5.
Yeah, very young fella doing the leading cert. Yeah.
Get up, boats!
Push down into midfield. Devine has it. It's well run through. Again, quick ball for Devine. Actually goes on a dummy run that time. It's fed out. Goes across through Sean Nocton. Over on the far sideline, but they're shuffled into touch. Again, they are looking to get width immediately.
Yeah, they are. Good hit up by Max Flynn again, off short pop by John Devine. But Corinthians going, oh my good, nearly. They've got a lot of pace on the outside. Like Finn McNulty he's got a serious bit of pace, as is Michael O'Reilly. So yeah, just unlucky to get into the touch there. But promising start.
Line out to settle. It's with Matt Henry. Goes across directly across, diagonally across from us. It's a 6-man line out. Seem to have left one of the forwards. I'd say that might be the 7. Ian Condell is going to be the receiver. Still waiting for this to start. Now he's ready. Hopefully he's happy that the gap is secured.
Come on, boats!
Both lineouts have worked so far, and one scrum has been nice and tidy.
Come on, get up, boats! Up the buck! Go on, boats!
Come on, in the line now, lads.
Hit! Go on! Take him! Yes!
He takes it into the Bohemians half.
And again, and again! Go on!
Go on, Finn!
It's a good opportunity. It's out with.
Well done, lads.
That area.
Good work, boys.
A bit surprised at that decision, but they jogged back very quickly. This is an opportunity now for the UL Bohemians to get themselves into the Corinthians half. They've got this stiffest breeze behind them.
Yeah, I think my Bannis did well there now to get his hands on the ball. Just locked on us. No moving up.
Great line out, well done. Keep it up now, lads.
Down.
Good ground, lads, good ground.
Great stuff. Come on, boys. Let's keep it going.
To get a little bit further than that, but he has got it up just over the Corinthians 10-metre line. I think he might have been hoping to get closer to the 22.
Another good line out now, boys.
Henry, hooker, has the ball in
On
hand.
boys, our ball.
Man. Corinthians again.
Yes. Great work,
He
boys. Go
got his
on.
hand on that. They just got it through into midfield. Keith McManus, the 12. Scrum half busily working away there, O'Riordan. The Corinthians have got their defensive line up. They've just been asked a few questions on the edge, but they make the tackles. And held them up. Great job again, yeah, it's good solid tackling.
Using his size there really well.
Little chip kick through. Michael O'Reilly having to chase back for Corinthians. It's heading towards the touchline and it's into touch.
done,
That's
lads.
a
Get
clever
up, boys.
So maybe
That's great stuff.
and that's
Keep it
using
going
the
now,
wing,
lads.
which is coming across the field. So now they have got a line out, but of course it's a Corinthians line out inside the 22 defensive line out. So we'll see how that goes for them. Adam Nash to take the throw. They're giving him the call now. No score. 10 minutes gone here in Anacotti. UL Bohemians 0, Corinthians 0.
On balls contest.
Adam Walsh with
Get up.
throw. Adam Nash, I should say. It goes to the number 5, Brian Walsh.
Clean line out again with Corinthians.
Yeah, well, he's such a big man. He's a great target to have.
Yeah, 6'9", I believe.
And he's doing his leaving cert.
Yeah.
So he's still got room to grow. The kick comes down from Sean Lockton, collected by Ty Walsh. High raking kick down into the 22, but Corinthians collect that, and they've got a little kick through.
Yes, all the way.
That's a super kick, fabulous kick by Sean Lockton. He's got it up to the 10 metre line. He's got it up to the 10 metre line, and that is technically into the breeze. So I'm beginning to wonder about this breeze. There's one of these electro generator wind turbines. It stopped moving nearly. It was flying around a couple of minutes ago. Line out to UL Bohemians on their own 10 metre line. We could reach out and touch them here. Probably wouldn't be too happy about that, but they are that close to us. We're commentating right from the sideline, so we're right in the middle of it. Throw is in by Matt Henry. It's a bit of a wobbly one, but it's out to the scrum half, and he puts up a kick. Jacob Gorman chase down.
Take him.
Again, that's good under the high ball. I think that was that Finn McNulty?
Don't think sure who was Tom
He did very, very well. Michael O'Reilly feeding it out. He's come in off his wing, and Corinthians are up to the halfway line.
Hello, balls.
Again, they dealt with that kick. That was a tricky. It held up in the breeze, great height on it, and they really diffused that quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was Tom Waters, you're correct, the 13.
Yeah, no, well done. Nervy-ish start to the game. Some serious bits of play by both sides, actually. Like Sean Lockton's kick there was outrageous. Inside the 22 against that breeze to the 10 metre line. Tom Waters again, the collect from that box kick. Max Flynn earlier on. Not forget Bowes as well with the McManus. It's a hard boy, I'll tell you.
Henry into midfield, and with the throw, and it's Keith McManus at 12, and he's got the ball out, and the Bolts are on the move, and they've got their number 11 Ishioji, and he suddenly turns on the afterburners. He's up to the edge of the 22.
Come on, balls, come on!
Balls, keep driving forward now. Jack Foley, scrum half has it. Jake O'Riordan is into midfield. Corinthians have reset their defensive line. They just looked a little bit stretched there for a second. McManus has a dummy runner, and they're up and on the edge of the 22.
Come on!
And this is
Actually, a great carry in the build up to that by Porrick Galvin. Actually, it's Garbly Bannislaw boy.
He's travelled south a little bit. Not that far.
He's probably in college down here. I think Jamie Curley on the
Just
bench.
keep it going. Keep running at them now, lads.
That's what rugby does, I suppose. You go somewhere and you play rugby with the local club. It helps get you ingrained in things. It's brilliant.
Absolutely, yeah. And it takes away the necessity to head home regularly. So,
Absolutely.
Sean Lockton has this in hand now. If he is kicking across the field, so the wind is coming slightly across him, but again he's got good distance on that, and he's got it up to the 10 metre line. No, over the 10 metre line. It's about 6 metres short of the halfway line. That's a good kick from midfield. He has lovely kick in action.
He does actually. Fabulous kicker of a rugby ball. Be interesting to see him off the deck now with this wind behind him. See if somebody's kicking in the Wanderers game pre the semi-final. If you want to call it that, it was absolutely outrageous.
Fast ball off the top there for Corinthians again with Walsh. She's a hell of a target man to have. 6'9", fed out to O'Reilly. They just got slightly slowed down. There was a pass there, was a little high, and it went forward. So it'll be a scrum to Bohemians.
Well covered, lads.
Great position for Bohemians to get their scrum in now, actually. Just on the 15 there.
A bit unfortunate, but the pass before the pass to O'Reilly stopped the movement, and he'd already started moving. 15 minutes gone here. No score in this playoff match. Very simple equation. Corinthians win, they go up to Division 2A. Bohemians win, they remain in Division 2A. They avoid the drop down to 2B. A big prize. They've played a lot of rugby this season, both of these sides. It comes down to this playoff final. Scrum half. Jake O'Riordan has the ball in.
Come on now, balls.
Bohemians.
Yes! Come on, boys!
He's pulled up.
Let's go! Great scrummage. Well done, boys. Well done, lads.
Interesting. Both going for the corner.
I wonder, I think, of kicking. Well, I suppose that is an interesting decision. Maybe they didn't fancy taking the shot at goal with this wind. I don't know. The out half has it. He's got it down, and he's got it 4 or 5 metres in. No, a bit further actually. The touch judge sort of kind of changes his mind. About halfway inside the 22, so about 8 to 10 metres short of the Corinthians goal line. So this is a good opportunity for them. Matt Henry has the ball, and he gets the call from the prop, Cian Sherry. And it's good, nice line out to the back. Now they get a drive-in maul going.
Go on, keep going!
Defend on the edge here.
Come on, boys!
All the way, boys!
By Bohemians, they're driving.
Come on, just a few
forward.
more
They've
yards.
released it out. It's a slow pass into midfield. But there is an overlap. And it seemed to be one. The pass is too strong.
Oh my God!
Ishi Oji had the line at his mercy. What have we got now?
I thought there was a knock on.
I think that was a very clear knock on.
Absolutely, yeah.
But Oji had the line at his mercy, but the pass from Darrow Gorman was just too high, and he couldn't get his hands up to collect it.
No try, he's given the knock on. He's given the second knock on.
Second knock on, so.
But I thought that first one was a clear knock on there as well.
Yeah, well, it hasn't been given, but Corinthians may be lucky to escape there. Once they moved that ball, that seemed a certain try with the overlap, but didn't quite get it done. That just shows they are dangerous. Maybe that's why they went to the corner. They fancy it. It's a scrum way over on the far side. Just trying to work out where we are in relation to the goal line. It's one of these ones when you haven't got a bit of height. It's a little hard to say. It's pretty close to the goal line, I would think.
A little over 5 metres.
5 metres. And it's a...
Stay strong on this one. He's locked out well there.
Evan Kenny, and it's picked up at the back by Mark Boyle. He makes a couple of metres. That was a good bit of work by the 8. He's the captain.
Yeah.
They knew what they were at, and now they'll be looking for the clearance kick. And it's Evan Kenny again. He's done pretty well.
He has with that brace. Outside that 22.
Got 3 metres outside the 22. So that's an opportunity maybe spurned by Bohemians for the first score. It's 0-0 as we come up to 17 minutes gone here in Anacotti. There hasn't really, there's been one slight injury delay, so the game's moving along pretty quickly. And this is a lot of lineouts in this game, so let's see if they can change their calls around a bit. Matt Henry, it's gone over the back and it's collected by Corinthians, and they drive it up and they make a good few metres. And now the referee has
given a penalty.
Come on, boys!
They don't seem to be doing that now, though. We've noticed that, William, haven't we?
We have noticed in, I will call it non-professional rugby, that the minute there's a high shot, the penalty is called. You don't get advantage. And I'd say Corinthians would have fancied actually trying to recycle that ball and go again. That's a fine kick by Nocton. He's got it from halfway between his own 10 metre and the 22, and he's got it down to about 8 metres inside the Bohemians' half. But it does seem to be a thing that the referees just call the high shot straight away. They don't allow. But Corinthians had made about 15 metres there, and they actually had a player almost ready to do a clear out. So it's a strange one, but they have a line out inside the Bohemians' half, directly across from us.
Get up!
That is crooked.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say before the balls ran out that they're both 100% so far.
Yeah, well, there you go. So they were, and now neither of them are 100% because that's a crooked throw, and we're going to have a scrum by the looks of it.
A bit of a let off there now, in fairness. Max Holmes will be disappointed with that, or Adam Nash, sorry, disappointed with that.
Yeah, it just drifted away. Maybe on the breeze. It's the first time he's had a line out on that side of the field, I think, and that's where this weird crosswind seems to be more of an issue.
It's probably easier to throw it into it than with it, I would say. Just the way it'll catch the ball.
No score here. 20 minutes gone. Fed in by Jake O'Riordan. The scrums look very steady. Ball's trying to get a second push, but it's fed out and across.
And up,
kick
get
down.
up, lads, go on.
Ooh,
That's it.
horrible bounce. Bounces up and over the Corinthian
They can
players.
play,
Hit
go
a
on,
divot.
boys.
And now they've got to get the clearance in, and that's a fine kicked clearance. That's a brilliant kick. That's
O'Reilly in fairness up to nearly halfway.
Well, he's got that up to within 5 metres of halfway.
Oran Burke's really helping Oran Burke there, saving his bushes. But Oran Burke did very well there when the ball bounced over him and he just controlled himself.
Yeah, I'm tempted to say that. You don't. I suppose that shows we are a bit further into the season. Hit a divot, went right up over it. He was going down to collect it, bounced over his head. He didn't panic, and he got it inside. And the clearance kicked down, and to line out 5 metres inside the Corinthians half to Bows. Bows have had a lot of possession, but they haven't all got it in midfield. And that's poor Keith McManus. A move ahead of the pass, so it'll be a scrum 3 metres inside the Corinthians half, right in the centre of the field. And it is quite nervy.
Yeah, it is. It's real finals feel about it, doesn't it?
Big scrum.
Yeah, it really does. No, in fairness, enjoyable game though so far. I tell you, both teams going at it.
They're going at it, and they're trying to get it moving, but it's just that bit tricky. The Bohemians 8 will have his toes inside his own half, so that'll tell you where they are. Everybody else is inside the Corinthians half. Corinthians to feed this ball in. Evan Kenny.
Yes! Well done, boys! Well done, boys! They brought it down again! Straight down, ref!
Local fans here suggesting maybe the referee might like to award a penalty, but he's having a bit of a chat.
They're giving him plenty of advice anyway. So,
Well, that's what they're there for.
There's no doubt about that.
They have to help him. He might have missed it. I'm sure if we were up at Corinthian Park, we'd have plenty of advice coming the other way as well.
there might be one or two. The great Donny White.
Come on, boys!
Boys.
Keep the pressure on now, boys. You have them in the front
Time
row.
watching a game with Donny, and he's got very fixed opinions about the things. It's excellent fun. Okay, he wants to get this in. I'd say they want to get this in and out. That's a better looking scrum all around, actually. Very solid looking scrum. And it's picked up by the captain Boyle, and scrum half changes direction. Got a bit of an opportunity. He's got knocked him out.
To Divine, Finn McNulty.
He's up and over the 22. He's within 10 metres.
Come on, Corinthians!
Penalty awarded to Corinthians. Gone either way.
It could have. I think the referees just called that for that. OG was the tackler, and maybe he felt he didn't release. Yeah.
Again, the speed that they've moved that ball at, that was really quick ball. Divine knocked him involved, and then Finn McNulty getting it going, and they've kicked the ball into. Oh, they've sort of gone for the corner, but hasn't exactly got to the corner. Or wait, what are we having? No, we're having a line out. Okay, I thought he could have made more yards than that, because he's almost exactly where he was in relation to where the offence happened. Bohemians player down, getting a little bit of attention. That kind of came off his boot a bit awkwardly, I think.
It might have done. Yeah, it looks. I just can't see the corner flag over the far side there.
Yeah, there's a very large fella standing in front of it, but now it's there. So there's quite a distance. There is that the dead ball line?
I think that's the dead ball line.
It is. Yeah, so they're actually quite close. It's commentating at ground level does change your perspective a bit.
A touch. We'll do our best.
A couple of players actually for UL Bohemians getting a little bit of attention here. Mulling around, they've got the throw into this line out. You feel that first score in this game very important for either side, because the opposition will then have to come out and play a little. They have both been playing, but it'll up the ante for the side that goes behind, you think?
It will. The breeze is kind of dipping and coming up again. Certainly if Corinthians can do something here, I mean, it would be massive against the breeze.
Adam Nash.
Come on, Red!
Come on. Going. And it's bobbled around there. The Bohemians.
Come on, no balls.
Be disappointed with that. I think that might have been is that the secondary jumper finished up taking that? I don't know, but he had to stretch very high, and when he came down, they were
swamped. I think they forgot about the ball and got their push going. But a great opportunity for Bows to relieve the pressure. That's a let off now.
So there's been one each, you'd say?
Yeah, Corinthians will be disappointed with that now.
Harry Byrne. There's plenty of height in that kick, and he's got it down to just halfway between his own 22 and the 10-metre line. And we're up to 24 minutes gone here now, Cotty. It's UL Bohemians 0, Corinthians 0 in this Division 2A, 2B playoff final. Corinthians win and they get promoted. Bohemians win and they stay in Division 2A. Collected in the Corinthians crossing that line out. Yeah, that's a bit of a soft one. So Byrne gets another opportunity to move them down the pitch. It's interfering with the arm, I think, is the call.
Yeah, indeed.
So Byrne again. He hasn't got much of an angle to work with here, so we'll see what sort of distance he gets. He's got a fine bit of height in it. He brings it down to 7-8 metres inside the Corinthians half over on the far side. So it's two fairly soft penalties, and Bohemians have got themselves from 5 metres to their own line to nicely inside the Corinthians half.
Soft enough penalty there to give. Michael Hardy won't be too happy with that, that's for sure.
Collected by Porrick Galvin, the Ballon slow man playing for UL. They'll try to get a driving maul going. Quite a big man there, just about keeping it moving, but the scrum half's decided Jake O'Riordan that he's going to feel that OG's coming off the wings. A big unit, this lad. He had the line at his mercy earlier on and he didn't manage to hold on to the ball. And it's kicked through by Tyg Walsh.
So the fellow's gone dead.
He's gone dead, I think. Hasn't gone dead?
Yes, it has. Come back from her.
It was a clever enough idea, but he overcooked it. He had 2 defenders in front of him, so I suppose he was hoping maybe. But we're coming right.
Come on, boss. Come on, down here. Ref, it's way up here, Touchy. Touchy. Touchy, come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Move it up.
There we are.
This is right. It's the halfway line. The referee's now. Yeah, well, he has actually. He's decided it's on. I think he's got it right now. He got there in the end.
Come on, boys.
Listen to both sets of fans. Split the difference.
I think he's closer to where it was because he was nearly going to be on the halfway line. Corinthians scrum on their own 10-metre line, 8 metres in from the near side touchline as we watch here. No score as we come up to 27 minutes.
Front row soft, boys, come on! Come on, boys, you have him on the side, boys!
Corinthians been under.
Go on, boys.
That's a good solid one. Fed into midfield and Corinthians are on the move again. Opportunity. Corinthians have fed it out. McNulty's collected it.
Let's try. John Devine involved twice in that, and Tuck shouldn't possibly have a forward pass back here, but excellent piece of work.
Beautiful work by Devine, but I think it is McNulty who got the touchdown.
It is indeed.
They whipped it into midfield. Coming off his wing, Michael O'Reilly.
And using Oran Burke there in the middle of the pitch, fullback. Oran Burke, actually, another player that's done his leaving cert. So these AIL players are getting younger and younger.
Certainly are. Well, I'm sure he'll be back at the books tomorrow. It's getting closer and closer now. Corinthians 5-0 up. Sean Nocton will be trying to convert this momentarily. I can see him now. He's lost in one of the advertising signs. So it's UL Bohemians 0, Corinthians 5. 27 minutes gone. Then McNulty with the try. Now can Nocton. The wind is sort of behind him and across him. So I don't know how he's going to handle this, but he kicked something.
We don't want to talk about this, William.
With UL Bohemians breaking their line again. We had problems down here last week with the Sligo game, so they're all standing still now. Kick is on its way from Nocton, and it goes across the front of the post. That was a tough one.
Really difficult kick. I mean, kind of it's against the breeze, even though the breeze was just carried across the post.
We should be ahead. Come on, lads.
Come on, boys. Get the tackles in, lads.
Yeah, that was a fabulous bit of work. They got good scrum
no more breaks up through.
They didn't look for the kick. They looked for position. Michael O'Reilly fed John Devine. Devine came round and was involved twice, as you say. And then Finn McNulty turned the afterburners on, and he got it done. And Corinthians have collected the line out.
Back into the real goals
I hope we're calling this breeze right, but it definitely isn't behind Corinthians. I mean, if it's
No, absolutely
it can't be.
Yeah, definitely breeze against Corinthians there. What a kick. This is super talent, Sean. Absolutely super talent.
Right down in front of us.
Come on, boys!
Within a couple of metres of us. And it's UL Bohemians to throw it in. Matt Henry.
Up we get, boys! Up we get!
Corinthians Walsh. Now he's a bit loose. Pass back to Corinthians, pick it up and drive through.
Rock on! He dropped it. Come on, Church. How can you start? Come on, then start down your
Got their hands to it a couple of times. Corinthians again looking for space in midfield. Divine on it.
Beautiful ball fired by Divine.
Just got a little bit confused over there. OG's picked it up with a loose pass back inside.
He's an impressive specimen. Isn't he? He's a big fella.
He is a big fella, and he was quick to get on that. And they're recycling the ball 10 metres back. Back over halfway. They think about kicking now. They decide to feed it out. Corinthians defence sliding across.
Yes, okay.
He's got the ball inside and soon he's up to the edge of the 22. Lots of views about that, but he's recycled by UL Bohemians. It's Ian Condell getting it.
Come on, boys, clear them out.
Crashing it up. They've got a substitute from on the 21 who's gone off. Alan Kiley is on for UL Bohemians. They've been driven back and across to within very close to the touchline. They're just 8 metres inside the Corinthians half here. Touch forward, that pass again. It was a nice run though, picked up by Porrick Nesbitt, the 3. And we were playing on advantage. Which is interesting because I didn't really see the hand.
I didn't see the hand come over either. Did you say offside?
It's offside, okay. Well, it's interesting, he didn't play any advantage on the high tackle earlier on, but he did play quite a long advantage there. So that is obviously something that's around between the referees. So UL Bohemians, they trail 5-0 here. We are on 31 minutes, trying the 27th minute by Ian Finn McNulty. I was going to call him Ian McNulty. And kick is down, and this is an opportunity now for those. They've been here a couple of times, but this time they're within 3-4 metres of the Corinthians line. So key man on this is Matt Henry. He needs to hit his jumper. And Corinthians then, will they contest? Will they let them win this? They'll probably try for the drive-in maul. They've tried for it a couple of times. Good fast throw into midfield. They're looking for the drive-in maul.
Go on, boys! All the way!
Pushing.
Go on, boys!
They're driving around. Corinthians set themselves up.
Go on, Jake, go on!
That's knocked on. That's a knock on. The scrum half gets the ball. It's Jake O'Riordan. He's hit hard. And I think that's a throw.
Come on now, boys, between the posts.
No,
he's saying
it's there'll be a knock on for Corinthian hand.
a little odd.
Yeah, he's
it's interesting. I had my binoculars on that, and I think the scrum half let that ball go. Anyway, referee's closer than me. 5-0 Corinthians lead. And this is another opportunity. They've come in about 15 metres through that play.
Come on, boys!
Jake O'Riordan to put it in here for UL Bows. It's gone in.
Go on, boys!
Scrum half picks it out, fed across into midfield.
Just be sure, go on, boys!
Opportunity driven and stopped a couple of metres short. It's Paul Clancy, the captain. Corinthians up quick off their own line. It's good work. Scrum half again feeds out. He's found one of his second rows. That's Foley. Foley looking out for the pass. It's knocked on. The referee said it went backwards.
Get over, for God's sake!
It's a really interesting call, but he said it went back off a Bohemians hand. They've gone out.
Penalty try!
Has to be a penalty try.
It's all sorts of
come on!
Come on, Ref!
I think there was cover.
Has to be a penalty try, surely.
But, potentially it should be a yellow card. Was he?
Well, if it's a penalty try, it will be a yellow card.
I don't think it is a penalty try because I think there was cover out there. There was Corinthians or two Corinthian players outside. Strange decision. Was that?
Come on, referee.
Yeah, penalty try.
Show a bit of courage.
No, he has.
Yeah, he's given the penalty try.
Hello, boys! Hello, boys! That's the job!
Come on, Balls! Great stuff! Well on, Balls!
Straight for Balls!
Corinthians have got, we're looking at about 5 minutes to half time.
Yeah, it's about 33 minutes gone, so it depends really. If the additional goes on, there could be, he might just have to see, he might see it out to half time. Interesting. I thought it was covered
Right, come
outside
on, Balls! Stay alert now!
It wasn't a great effort to go right
Back up there! Come on, man!
forward. So, UL Bohemians 7, Corinthians
come on,
5.
Balls!
Penalty try.
You've had it, boys. Straight back down again now, Balls.
Ready!
Kick off.
Let's take it again. Go on! Go on!
Really hard now. And
Just get us down,
give Bohemians a real push up to half time.
Come on, use the wind. Use the wind.
Scotland's the ball on the ground. See enough ball for UL Bohemians.
Yeah, absolutely.
The caterpillar in.
Go on, Jake!
Scrum half. Jake O'Reilly.
Chase! Chase!
Go on,
We have to
Go on, Boiler! Yeah, come on, Rex! That's a fucking card as well!
That's a card too!
And that was a high challenge.
Come on, Ref! Come on, he dived into him. Not to name that.
Come on, Balls!
Great to hear
Can't
the
beat a bit of club rugby.
On the overshot.
The locals are calling it nothing. Looking for yellow card. Didn't happen. Good kick though. Ryan got a good kick back down.
He did, in fairness, yeah.
Kicked it down to the edge of the 22. The Corinthians are taking their time. They're running this clock now. They're on the yellow card. They're out half. Sean Lockton is off. Pleased to say the breeze is definitely dropping. It's actually getting a little warmer. So, line out for Corinthians on the edge of the Bohemians 22.
Looks like Bows are going to put a bit of pressure on this, but that was great. That was a great line. Really well taken.
Go on,
Yeah.
Come on, you're in the end!
He's working hard.
He is. He's working hard in the driving maul. Corinthians were not happy with it. Seemed to be a change of position in there by one of the Bohemians players. So O'Reilly is on he's from half. He sends Barrett round the edge. He makes a meter or two, trying to go through the phases a little bit here, Corinthians.
Great time.
Now they're driving around the game.
And held up. Unlucky, no? Great try by Max.
Alright, let's go again now, Corinthians.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to be careful that they don't worry about running the clock down for the yellow card. You've got to keep playing. But that was good work by Bohemians. They were in there hard. And that penalty try has given them a bit of a boost, I think.
Better Mal. Let's go, Evan. Let's go, big
Bohemians 7-5 here. Low scoring half. Been end-to-end stuff. Both sides have spurned a couple of opportunities and taken them. First score in 27th minute was a try for Finn McNulty, which wasn't converted, and then the penalty try when Sean Lockton was deemed to have deliberately knocked on a pass that was going out, and that was the 7 points for your Bohemians. He got 10 minutes in the bin, and we'll probably, if there's a bit of extra time in the half, we'll probably just about see out the 10 minutes, I would say, before half time.
Yeah.
Just depends on how they time keep that.
Absolutely. Breeze picking up again here.
You can probably hear that in our microphones.
Is it down here, Harry?
A great position here, but we are directly across.
Malachi, John, keep it going, boys. Come on.
Here, which might help a little bit. It has picked up. There's not any great hurry here, but I suppose the clock is stopped until this kick is done.
Cheers, boys. You drop it. Yes! Well done,
he couldn't have knocked it forward because he actually took the ball with his back.
Keep the pressure on the scrum now, lads.
Interesting. Okay. We'll see how it goes. It was a clever kick. They probably expected him to go for touch, but he just went for distance. Yeah. And the player who was isolated was Gavin. But I thought he did okay. I thought he got round in front of the ball.
Come on, Balls!
Come on, Balls. Tight-headed soft. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Vigna!
Barrett needs to stay it up here for them. It's kind of stuck in there. The referee's telling them to use it.
Well done.
He's done better.
All the way, boss. Go on. Yes, go on, boss.
Defence, 2 passes. It came from the replacement Kiley. He fed McManus, and coming round as you'd expect him. I think Jake O'Riordan is who.
That's it. Not there.
Great work, boys!
Great work, boss.
Well done, Pack!
The lack of numbers.
Mighty work, boys! Well done, lads!
There's a big effect in that. So these guys.
Well done, boys!
Yeah, the
Great play, lads.
yellow
Well
card
done.
has worked its magic for UL Bohemians. They got a penalty try. That was a fine bit of work. We're just coming up to 39 minutes here on my clock, but obviously there have been stoppages. And, 10 has got a kick right in front of the post. I can't see him missing this. Jake O'Gorman with the try.
Yes, Harry!
Well done, boss.
With the conversion.
So Corinthians need to regroup here now if they come back into this.
Well done, boys! Good exit now, good exit!
Mistake there by the touches and the referee.
Face up, boys! Come on, play it down the
Just
pitch.
move on.
It just happens, but it happened within.
Come on, Corinthians! Come on, Nashi! Come on, Nashi! Let's get up for it now!
At our level, and it wasn't knocked down backwards. I think it was the fact that he made a bit of a meal of it, but you don't judge it on
Back
that.
again now, boys!
You know, Corinthians have got to get themselves back in. They were
Ahead of the ball.
14-5 down there.
Done.
Well taken by Mike O'Reilly there. Absolutely.
He's trying to offload.
Come on, boss. Come on, John Devine. Keep going. Yes, keep going.
Well done, Malachy Joe Gavin. Really great carry there. Right up to the centre.
Go on, Corinthians! Come on,
Really well done. They played that advantage so well. They did.
Come on, Oren!
I think Bohemians switched off. They thought we knocked it on. There's going to be a stoppage, but they didn't get it done. And on 40 minutes, Corinthians are in for their second try. 14 points to 10 with a conversion right under the posts.
So, yeah.
Did Gavin get the touchdown?
No, Oren Burke with the touchdown there. Really ran on pretty well in fairness. They backed themselves, but delighted for Malachy Joe Gavin after the thing before that. So
he was involved in that. So Corinthians will go in at half time, you would think, 2 points down, and very cleverly, I think it's John Devine's going to take this, and he's taking his time. Of course, he's got 90 seconds for conversion. Somewhat odd, I think you get 60 seconds for penalty and 90 seconds for conversion. I don't quite know why that is, but he's going to take all of them, but it's straight in front of the post. He has it on the tee, it's tilting forward. The kick is over. And that is half time. So Corinthians well in this, 14-12 at half time. And John Devine with the 2 points there. We'll run quickly through the scoring schedule there. 27 minutes, Finn McNulty with a try that wasn't converted. That was Sean Nocton. So it was 5-0 to Corinthians. In the 33rd minute, penalty try to UL Bohemians after Sean Nocton was deemed to have knocked the ball on deliberately with no opportunity to get make the tackle. So that was 7-5 to UL Bohemians. Jake O'Gorman in for a try for them on the 39th minute, converted by Harry Byrne. He got in the scrum half after a loop move around the corner. That made it 14-5, but right on half time, Oren Burke in after a fine bit of work by Corinthians. Malachy Joe Gavin, they recycled off a knock on by the Liam Nyland, the number 8 for UL Bohemians. They played through the advantage. Oren Burke in under the posts, converted by John Devine, who's doing the kicking since Sean Nocton went off. Nocton's yellow card will probably be up at the start of the second half. So at half time here in Anacotty, it is UL Bohemians 14, Corinthians 12 in this game. And we're going to take a little break here now. Stream. Video stream well. Corinthians, and we will be back before the start of the second. Please don't join us. I'll just leave the microphone so you'll be hearing a bit of noise in the background. We'll be back to the whatever.
This is what brings the parents. Yes. Excitement. Scotland didn't even very good, isn't it?
Yeah. So focus on this one.
You didn't lose anything.
Not in the slightest. More cheese now than tomorrow. Yeah, very yes. Far better injection, far better yes. Speed those top teams. What? You fucked up.
After a bounce, you went back forward.
The thing about them, that's what was into from the hand. Even the clear.
No wonder, I don't know. I thought that.
Like that clearly went backwards first.
But I wonder when it hits the deck and it rolls forward, is that?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, to be honest with you, I think it's going down right anyway.
Yeah, as a back. Sure, the compared to like
Is it like that all season where if they have just 40% straight away, they don't play advantage?
it's a simple solution.
What happened if you were Alright, now, fight one.
This is right. And Sean Fox is injured.
Sean Fox. Yeah.
Oh my God. Just tight.
We've a nice old age gap between us.
I know what I'm trying to say.
It's
kind of coming this way.
Yeah.
Not fully that.
No, not behind
it's
the
like
goal,
from
no.
corner flag to corner flag.
Seems to be perfect. Zebra in 9. Bulls 47. Scotland 25.
Come on, Corinthians! Come on, Corinthians! Come on, Brian!
Every night has like 4 that's Ospreys 47-17 in Cardiff and Edinburgh. Score the women's international Ireland and Scotland 5. We don't we now have an update. Latest score in the goal regions, the Dolphins 13 points to 5.
Come on, Bulls!
Well, for them, here we go. Second half about to kick off. Corinthians now playing from right to left.
Well done, Corinthians! Well done!
He used every inch of his 6'9" there to 22.
Certainly did.
Come on, lads, let's take him low!
Offload.
Come on, Corinthians!
Going down the wing, they're inside the 22. They've made a good fast start. Crashing round the side.
They're working the edges really well, Corinthians, actually.
All into midfield. Divine again. Not sure if Nocton's back on. He must be back fairly soon from his yellow card. Corinthians throw 14-12 here in Anacotti in the second half.
Come on, Corinthians!
Corinthians on the ball.
That's it!
Divine.
That's it! Keep going! Come on, Bulls! Come on, Bulls! Let's go!
It's a bit unfortunate that it is called for a crossing. So maybe it's just left out of space.
Up here now, Harry.
And we'll see where this kick goes. Hopefully making sure we all understand that it was crossing. It's with UL Bohemians 10, Harry Byrne. Now we'll see what distance he's getting to. We think he's kicking into the wind. And he doesn't get a lot of distance. That's it. Things we get in the ball further. So we're just... They couldn't be any closer to us. They're right down on halfway. And,
Come on, Bulls!
in front of us, Matt Henry has the ball in his hand. He gets the ball. Numbers here.
Come on, Bulls! Up!
Bounced. It's allowed
Okay, come on, Bulls! Set!
Crooked throw, he said, yeah. So, it wasn't far off now.
Come on, Bulls, a big push now, lads.
So we can see, can't take out Nocton if he's back.
He's not back just yet. He's looking to come in there, but
There's definitely space. The time is up. The referee's looking across. He looks a bit confused. Somebody to make a decision for him, I think. Waiting. I think he's well over the time. Anyway, we are 3 minutes into the second half. Bohemians 14, Corinthians 12. Scrum just inside the UL Bohemians half. Evan Kenny has it.
Big push, boys!
Come on, Bulls!
Corinthians really out last week, 21 points in 11 minutes at the start of the second.
Come on, Corinthians!
That's it. But it's picked up at the back by
Take
Boyle.
him! Yes!
That's great work by Corinthians.
to the ground playing.
It's back and across. And they're getting room on the edges. They're starting to really up the grade there. Max Flynn again gets it out.
He's putting in some serious carries, isn't he, Max Flynn?
Keep going!
And Bud creates space for himself.
Come on, off feet, sir!
Come on! Yes!
Off their feet from the Bohemians, they open.
What's he calling Sean up? Let's see, listen here. What the Bulls player down. Actually, I think the Bulls 12 there earlier on the game. Keith McManus went off. I think Harry Byrne has gone out to centre. And the Alan Kiley, the 21, is going to outright.
Come on, Bulls!
Okay, sorry, I was trying to listen to someone else in my headphones there.
Okay.
But
Sean Corinthians going for the post. Sean knocked him just back in again there. So I don't know what the delay was there.
yeah, where Corinthians have decided to go for the posts here.
Seems to be a bit of confusion over there on the side of the pitch for some reason. I don't know what the hold up is.
Then Nocton's going to kick this because he's come on now, hasn't he?
Yes,
Yeah, well, that's the ideal time for him to come back. This would put Corinthians into the lead the second time in the game.
have to say the wind is right behind him on this one, just to the right of the posts. Well, maybe 10 metres to the right of the post.
Sean Nocton, just on the edge of the 22, to the right hand side of the posts. Taking his time, he's on his way for the kick. You can usually tell he was faultless last week in the semi-final. So from 14-5 down right on half-time, it's now 15. Corinthians a point ahead.
Goals 8-7 in that.
Well, the yellow card period, both got all their points. Yeah, they got the penalty try, so they got 14 in that period.
So knocked him miles back on this.
Corinthians are just taking the lead here, John, with penalty just on after his yellow card and set to a penalty try for Bohemians. But he took the ball on the team and kicked it. Now Corinthians were expecting that kick, but it must have gone directly into touch, so it's actually going to be a line out back inside their own half. The breeze, which had dropped a little while ago, is back with a vengeance, but it seems to be favouring Corinthians, but it is a cross breeze. It's a throw in here for UL Bohemians across from us. Penalty try for UL Bohemians and a try from Jake Gorman to 9. Corinthians steal that line out. That made it 14-5. Corinthians have taken the lead with a Finn McNulty try. But right on half-time, Oren Burke in for a fabulous try.
Come on, keep going.
John Devine.
Come on, keep going.
Penalty. So 44 minutes gone. It's UL Bohemians. Corinthians are on the move again. They've created space. They're inside the half. They absolutely split the UL Bohemians. Tom Waters, the 13, took off. Come on, Corinthians! Express train. And they're in, and this is what they did last week to Wanderers. They scored 21 unanswered points in 11 minutes at the start of the second half. That's 14-19. Tom Waters is going to convert this. Would put my house on it, I think. He's right in front of the post. Niall Shield, what a try.
Absolutely amazing. Like, some great carries up through from the forwards, especially with Rory Glynn. A lot of yardage there. And then just John Devine, Tom Waters, that 12-13 again. They just they're split them open, and Evan Kenny running a good scrum half line.
Absolutely, we've seen both scrum halves do that. But yeah, Sean Nocturne deals with the fact that they did break the line again.
Come on, Corinthians!
Come on, balls!
They were somewhat. Yeah, we're not going there. It is UL Bohemians 14, Corinthians 21, 45 minutes gone, and suddenly it's getting really interesting.
Come on, balls, straight back, lads.
That's it!
Go on, Max! Go on! Come on, Corinthians!
Didn't look like who.
Go on, Bomber! Come on, Peter!
So just catching up on the women's Six Nations there at half-time. Scotland Ireland 5-0. Norwegian still leading in there. Just hits the line for Corinthians. He took a little bit of a risk with that kick. OG. And it's clipped the line, and Corinthians, and actually, is that a 50-22?
No,
OG
he touched it before it went on. He wasn't. I think
he didn't know what to do. He didn't know whether to leave it or grab it, and in the end, he did neither. Corinthians have a line out inside.
Come on, balls!
Bohemians 22, and they are, as I say, they did this last week to Wanderers. They're completely on the attack at the start of this half. Walsh collects the line out in his hands, and now they start to drive round the side, and they're making good progress here. There's a player changed his grip and position there, Bohemians player, but the referee's not seeing that. He's given the penalty now. Yeah, that's what it's for. That's what it's for. He's changed his position. He changed his buying position. Now we have a little bit of a.
Corinthians do well here now. There's a bit of argy-bargy. Yeah. Corinthians do well.
Just get up and walk away. Just stay away from it. Don't get involved. Exactly. Because I think they have Bohemians a little bit rattled. I'm going to have to actually duck inside under the barrier here to see what's going on.
Keep away from the row now.
I'm kind of short now. I'm not going down to get involved, Niall. My days of doing that sort of thing are long gone. I'll observe from a distance. The referee wants to have a chat now. But Corinthians have upped the pace here. A minute before, well, right on half time. They
Come
were
on,
14-5 down. Now they lead 21-14. That's absolutely massive. Well, it says 22 across from me. I don't think it is 15. And it is 22. There you go. I'll get another point. Even better. Because they were leading 15-14. I had it down as 14 each when they got that second try. Ref's having a long chat here. I think we probably need to just make his point and let's go. Doesn't have to overdo it. He's got Mark Boyle, the captain, and Max Flynn. And now he's talking to Nocton and he's told them to go back. Now, what's Nocton going to do? Is he going to have it? No, he's not. He's going for the corner. He's going for the corner. This is an opportunity to really turn the screw here for Corinthians. Nocton gets it in.
So, well, on to the 5, yeah. Couldn't be any better, really.
Meter. So, duck down here, and if my knees collapse, you'll hear a loud scream. But we're, slightly on the field of play. It was only where I can see around.
Come on, boys, get up!
A lot of people come up and go around fans.
Easy one on the line out again, Walsh. They can't miss him. Corinthians are driving on. They're going round the edge again. This looks a good opportunity. They're a metre short. The hands are going up from both sides, but nothing's happening from the referee yet.
Come on, boys!
He's saying it was
Come on, boys! Get it down the other end! Come on!
no, just turning round. They'd be a little bit disappointed with that. There was maybe with the number of Bohemians players that had come in to defend on this side, maybe a couple of quick passes and there would have been space on the far side, but that's easy to second guess. 22-14 goal Corinthians. Galwegians also lead. Last score I had 13-5 in Dolphin. They're in the same position. They win that game, they get promoted. Corinthians win here, they get promoted. We're about 10 minutes into the second half, maybe a little bit.
Get up, boys! Get up!
Collected by Nocton. He's a big unit for an out half. I think he's going to go well. Getting in the way, it's Boyle, and then driven up again by Corinthians up and over the 10-metre line. They really have put the pace in this game now, trying to get it moving. That's Max Flynn again. He's been busy.
Roll away!
Yeah, he's been really. John Devine as well.
Yeah, Devine starting.
Touch of class that
He has. He's got lovely hands.
he does.
Fiachna Barrett drives up. No, it wasn't Fiachna Barrett. It was Rory Glynn drove up. They've got an opportunity again. Big tackle coming in from Bohemians there. They're under pressure here. They're really being put to the pin of their collar. But there is space out wide if they can see it.
Come on!
Corinthians.
Gee, he won that.
Harsh enough, I think.
Yeah, he's progressed.
Corinthians will take it. Absolutely.
You always take it. Ian
done,
Condell caught there. Now this is straight in front of the posts, and I would think in a cup final situation you would be saying to yourself, we are going for the posts immediately.
End this Sean Nocton's taking heat from you there, William. That's exactly what he's doing.
You know my call. Take the points. It's me from start to finish. Boring, old-fashioned, but why not? So Nocton with the opportunity to extend this lead to a rather tasty 11 points. They currently lead by 8. It's Bohemians 14, Corinthians 22. But Sean Nocton has the ball on the tee. He's got the wind behind him. He's straight in front of the post. He's bang in the middle of the pitch. He's on the 22. Very quiet here, as you can hear, except for that little bit of wind. He's taking his full allowance of time. He's on his way. Up the tee.
Come on, boys!
It's a fabulous way to.
Plenty of time, boys, but get it off the pitch!
Yeah, and it's the same every single time.
Come on now, boys. You're not going to be given those matches.
Come on, boys!
He really puts his foot down.
So from the kick-off, UL Bohemians have the ball on the Corinthians 10-metre line. They're working the ball out and across.
They need to get back into the game.
Yeah, this is, you know, as I say, 14-5 and 40 minutes. This is a nightmare for them. 20 unanswered points. But they're still dangerous. He's looking for the ball down in front of us here. He's got his hand up, but they're not seeing him. They're going back and across inside, but they've been driven back about 5 metres.
Come on, boys!
Come on, boys!
Galvin again.
That's it, come on, keep it going! Get it out, get it out!
Across
Come on, hit!
Oh yeah, that was a ball and all tackle. Boots, ball and all. Cian Regan on now for UL Bohemians. He drives up. OG's coming off his wing looking for the ball.
He's on! Come on, he's on!
On his feet in a split second and over the wall.
Come on, Max! Come on, referee! There are two sides here.
The ball there. He came looking for the ball, but he looks like a winger who wants to stay on the wing. Really, he looked a bit out of place there.
Yeah, I think the last kick that Sean Upton plays.
Come on, ref! You penalised us for that.
A small touch.
Come on, ref!
Actually, I've got a penalty since that, and if you could just text me the Galwegian score, I'll update people here because I didn't quite hear the update from Musgrave Park, but I think it's going okay for them. Corinthians have won a penalty here, and Sean Nocton has it 8 metres inside his own half. The sun coming out, and again he's made really good contact with that. He's brought that down to about 3-4 metres short of the 22, and since literally half time, on the cusp of half time, Corinthians were 14-5 down, and they've now added 20 unanswered points. Oran Burke try in the 40th minute, converted by Devine. Penalty by Nocton, try by Evan Kennedy, converted by Nocton, and another penalty to Nocton. And the whole tenor of this game has changed. It's very like the game last week at against Wanderers. Yep, double knock on. Corinthians line out going a bit awry. They decided maybe not to go for the towering, and he is towering, Brian Walsh, the 6'9" leaving cert student who's won every line out ball that's come his way. It was knocked down and then it was double knocked, but so we have a scrum on the edge of the 22 here too.
Come on, boys!
Bohemians. They must be a little surprised by what's happened to them. Gareth Kilkelly has come on for Corinthians.
Yeah, unfamiliar Joe Gavin, who's put his serious shift, especially after his drop here that Bo scored their try from. He came back in, made a massive carry for almost the next play of the game, and mid the ground for Corinthians to score under the post.
For our listeners here on the stream, Galwegians now leading 25-5 against Dolphin. So can it be a double for the two city clubs? It's collected. It's a rather aimless kick down from Tom Waters. It's collected up, and Waters is going to get another opportunity to have a go at it. Oh, it's O'Reilly's got it this time. He decides to set it off. He sets off. He's away down the wing. He's run past the tackle. There's a feed pass outside. Corinthians are within a couple of metres of the line. Ball's bobbled into midfield. Referees let it go. Corinthians are 2 metres short. It's gone up in the air. Somebody got their hand in there. Referees nearly knocked over, and it's a knock on by Corinthians.
Well, that was end to end. Absolutely end to end. A few players down on their knees.
I'm not surprised they're down on their knees. Michael O'Reilly just took off there on the wing. Absolute pace. And he got the ball out. I think Oran Burke was around again.
Yeah.
And it came back across, and
John Devine, that man again.
He's there again.
He's making them tick, in fairness.
Yeah, he is. He has an ability and has fabulous hands. So Galwegians 25, Dolphin 5. Here it is UL Bohemians 14, Corinthians 25. And we are about 17-18 minutes into this second half. There hasn't been a break in the second half. We haven't seen the trainers on much at all in this game.
No. See,
bit of a mess in the scrum, so we're going to reset.
Oshin Michel is after coming on for Bomber Fahy. Patrick Bomber Fahy after putting in a big shift again, another young man. So he should add a bit of impetus to the for the rest of the game now.
Take Make note of that. Fiachna Barrett's been busy as well. Young man in the Connacht Academy. Big unit. He's nice hands. He's done a couple of really good offloads.
Yes, come on, boys!
Struggling to touch it, Tom, I have to say, but if you can get that part of his game right, he's not happy there though.
No, I think maybe it was a little bit of the Aztec two-step there by Bohemians, but they got the penalty and they've taken it very quickly and they've got it down to their own 10-metre line. Well, 8 metres inside their own half. And touch judges. Assistant referee has got the flag up. Wind has died down again. The sun's nearly out. It's still very cold for the end of April.
You'll be alright, William.
I'll be fine. But you see, I've had a couple of weeks. I was in France one week and Italy the other week. Last week it was roasted. Here we go. Bowes, little chip kick over into midfield. And that's not a good one. Devine collects it. And now that's set up. He's cutting and he's driving round. He's collected in the end by Sean Quirk for Bohemians. That was a dreadful kick. Decision.
It was indeed, yeah, it was indeed. But Jared Devine registered. He's way ahead of the game.
Gareth Kilkelly feeds it out. Nocton. He's back after his yellow card.
Next time making serious surgeries again. He's put in.
Come on, get out of there!
Quintian Pack and put in big, heavy work. In fairness to him.
Corinthians around the side. Scrum half looking for a penalty. He's got his hands on it now. It's out. Michelle.
Come on, balls!
Backwards. And
Come on,
a couple of those in this game, and that didn't look like it went backwards to me. There we go. There you go. And we are very, very close. Corinthians working through the phases here. Absolutely. Bohemians, you feel one more score could put this game away. One more loose, and it's Boyle. Boyle's fed it outside, and it's inside. And Kenny's in under the post again. That is just fabulous play by Corinthians. Once they get that fastball at the base, they seem to have one or two options, and they're picking the right one every time.
Yeah, there. I have to give Orenberg credit there for a young man, another man doing it. He's really almost like an experienced player the way he's working there. Great pass back to Sean Upton, who's got some serious toe and just opened up the UL Bohs rear guard again, and Evan Kenny back in into the post.
And don't you love a scrum half running that line?
Oh yeah, absolutely. See Fiachna Barrett's coming off there to the boys are throwing their arms around him, and that's Raymond Duffy back in. Started the last day as well, wily campaigner, but knocked him.
Strokes that over. UL Bohemians 14. UL Bohemians 14. Corinthians 32. 60 minutes. It's a long way back. I keep repeating this. On half time, it was UL Bohemians 14, Corinthians 5. They were 14-0 down last week against Underwood. And essentially, since then, one-way traffic. Bohemians, I don't know what you do now. You've got to throw caution to the wind to some extent. Kick is contested. It's bobbled back into the hands of Jake O'Riordan. He's pulled down.
Oh, great steal. Who was that?
It's stolen again by Corinthians, and now they're up and running. There's a sort of a dummy kick, and now it's kicked down the line, and it's bobbling and bobbling into touch. There's nobody really coming across. And Michael O'Reilly was centimetres away from kicking that on, and he was unopposed in, but it's bounced into touch. I'm not sure who actually won that on the ground.
Mark Boyle with the steal.
Mark Boyle, the captain. Yeah.
Just ripped.
Brother of Paul, of course, who is on the bench tonight for Connacht. We have live coverage of that game this evening at 8 o'clock. That's Connacht away against the Dragons. And next Saturday we have junior interprovincial rugby. Connacht versus Leinster from Craig's, 2:30 kickoff. We'll be on our exclusive rugby stream because there's some serious Leinster Championship hurling, minors and the seniors in action in Wexford next Saturday, but we'll be covering that junior interpro. We've no updates at the moment on that game in Derry where the junior interpro is going on, where we have Connacht playing Ulster, but we do know the last score, Galwegians leading 25-5 against Dolphin in Cork, and their opportunity to go up
Yeah, Harry Rogers after coming on there for Tom Waters as well for Corinthians. Just starting to unload the bench a little bit now, bringing some fresh legs.
They're 18 points ahead, and they've scored 27 unanswered points.
Indeed, they've really come into their own in this half.
Okay, Dolphin have got a score, so they're fighting hard against Galwegians. We'll get an update on that in a little while. It's been updated on FM, so our FM listeners are away from us. We've had a long break over there. We've had Corinthians players come on with no number.
That's Harry Rogers.
Harry Rogers, well, fair enough.
He's come on for Tom Waters there in the centre.
Waters. Okay, line out for Corinthians. Brian Walsh collects it and they get the driving ball going. They've made 3, 4, 5 metres. And they're pushing through as hard as they can. Referee, there's another Bohemians player who's got himself into a bit of a muddle there with his position, but he's got himself back. It's 25-12 to Galwegians, I'm hearing. So they've scored a try and a conversion. But here Corinthians have absolutely dominated this second half. And they're working around the edges. They're just looking maybe to set themselves up for a play in midfield. They're still driving forward. It's all got a bit messy.
Lovely top out.
Bohemians player's got his hands on the ball, but he can't hold on to it now. They've got a player who's off coming in from the wrong side, but it's gone through. Devine under the posts. He's about a metre out. He's recycled it. Corinthians are going through. Oh, he's dropped it. Michelle's dropped it, I think it is. Yeah, it's a knock on. Oh. Or is it Michelle or number 17?
It was Michelle that knocked on, but I think referee saying it came off the Bohemians hand. He knocked it out of his hand.
Okay.
In the tackle.
So it's a put into Corinthians.
Yeah.
His signals are a little difficult to read sometimes. Yep, he's got it up now. He's got his arm up in the air and he's saying knock on. It's really all kind of going wrong for Bohemians here. They made such a decent start and they were in such a good position at half time, but you think one more score here and this could be it. Waiting for the put in. Evan Kenny has the ball in his hands. We have another Corinthians player without a number. Not quite sure who that is.
Where are you looking there, William? I think
looking there. I think he's in the scrum, isn't he? Is somebody in the scrum? Maybe it's the.
Oh, I see. The man walking over here is Harry Rogers.
It's Harry Rogers.
Tom Waters has gone into the centre. Gareth Kilkelly's on.
Gareth Kilkelly's on. Oisin Michelle's on.
Raymond Duffy's on.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I thought a club like yourself would always have their players with numbers on. But it's good not to have a number because you're more noticeable then, and people like me are interested in who you are. Here we go.
Yes, come on, boys!
Yeah, okay. They didn't get that right, so penalty to Bohemians. Scrum halves. He's either annoyed with his own team, the forwards, or he's annoyed with the referee. But his scrum half, he's probably just annoyed with everybody because they spend most of their time being like, that's a poor kick, really. They haven't dealt with this wind at all. Corinthians have got far better kicks in when they played against the wind. It's only up to the edge of the 22, but they will have the put in. Bohemians.
It seems to have picked up a little bit the wind as well. It's been very blustery. It's coming and going.
Tom Cullen, the reserve hooker for UL Bohemians, to throw in. It's collected in midfield by Galvin, the slow man, as we've said a couple of times. Sort of. Might have been a little bit of potential cross in there, but it wasn't passed. Paul Clancy, the captain for UL Bohemians, he's got up and over the 10-metre line, he's fed it out, he's got the ball through to Jake O'Riordan. There's a little inside pass for O'Riordan, and there's an opportunity here now for the winger. That's Todd Walsh, and it's pulled down in midfield, but it's recycled by UL Bohemians. And again, scrum half couldn't get the pass away. He didn't really have anybody running a line. The Corinthians have regrouped and are making tackles inside their own 22. But this is going to keep. This is the real opportunity that Bohemians will have needed.
Absolutely, some great defence by Corinthians there.
Come on, lads!
But I think the scrum half would have been was looking desperately for the pass. got the try.
I expect that's a bit of a wake up for Corinthians, give away a scrum penalty and then in a few phases later to come back, be under their own posts and giving away a try. So
I'm not sure who got that touchdown, but that's given them some more hope. 60. My clock, we're at 68 minutes, I have. But there has been a couple of stoppages, but it's now 19 playing 32. And the conversion, the 10 is immediately trying to get this conversion done as quickly as possible. That's Harry Byrne. It's an important kick for Bohemians.
I think it was the loose head Cian Sheehy that got the try for UL Bohs there.
Corinthians went to sleep a little bit there and they got punished. Very good work by the scrum half, actually. He was driving it forward, Jake O'Riordan. So we wait for this conversion. Corinthians lead 32-19 at the moment. Kick is on its way. That's over.
Come on, lads!
Come on, make sure you can restart now, lads.
21-32.
Come on, Bohs, there's still time. Heads up, let's keep going.
But shaky now for Corinthians. They had a couple of opportunities there. They had that scrum.
Make sure the restart, lads.
And they just need to switch back on again.
That's it, yeah.
Come on, Bohs!
Well on top. They needed to
Let's look at the restart, lads.
Anything would have done. Absolutely, yeah. Knocked him, about to kick off.
One right.
Plenty of concentration required. It's a high looping kickoff down.
Take it.
Collected.
Harry is right, go on!
It's a little bit of inside play.
Michelle.
I think that's Miles Lawler, the 22, has come on. I'll have to double check. He's got a very clean looking jersey. I think that is him. And Bohemians now trying to get it moving. They've gone through it out Alan Kiley. Corinthians making their tackles on the edge of the Bohemians 22. They lead 32-21.
Yes! Come on, Bohs! Let's keep going!
No, referee's not happy with that, so he wants them to take it again. That was the scrum half. Jake O'Riordan trying to go quickly.
Corinthians need to keep their discipline now,
Yeah, you don't want to be allowing them to just trot up the touchline. Again, kicking into that wind. He's got it to halfway between the 10-metre line and the halfway line, over across from us. It'll be a line out to UL Bohemians. Tom Cullen, the reserve hooker, is on. Miles Lawler's come on as well for them. Won by Corinthians, a poor line out throw, but then there's a dodgy pass into midfield. The Corinthians have managed to pick it up. They're going through. Harry Rogers in possession.
Crippled by Carey there. Well on the line there. Max Finn took another hard.
It's across John Devine. He finds it out to Oren Burke, and Burke gets the pass away, turned back inside. It's kind of run out of momentum a little bit now, but Corinthians have secured it. Crashed up.
Come on, Bohs, we need somebody out here. Wigger!
In midfield is looking for the opportunity. That's where they have found the gaps in this second half. Evan Kenny. He's come into it since he came on. I think it's kind of going through the phases here. They just need to be careful that they don't run out of ideas. Harry Rogers again. Rogers hauled down. On the wrong side. Michelle, who also doesn't have the number, but it's knocked on at the base on that. They tightened up a bit there, Niall. They should have actually been moving it much quicker.
Yeah, they've just slowed down a touch now.
Yeah, it's the pressure of not wanting to make a mistake.
That's it. Like you, Bohs have struggled with them when they've increased the tempo of the game.
Yeah. Look, they're getting tired.
Come on, Corinthians, let's keep this up.
Second half now. That's Oisín Michelle having a bit of attention. He is the other player without a number. So I've worked him out now, I think.
That's Ray Duffy.
Oh, that's Ray Duffy. Well, there you go. So I haven't worked him. See, you have the advantage. You know all these lads.
I do, in fairness. I shouldn't be telling you all the time.
But that's okay. But they did, for the first time in the game, I thought they just tightened there. We need to hold the ball. They didn't want to let it go. I can understand that, but you've got to keep playing. They look a far better outfit.
Come on, Ray!
play.
Yeah, they do look like they're going well. So, but they need to out the scrum now.
Corinthians lead 32-21, and we have coming up to about 71 minutes on my watch, but of course that makes no difference at all. It's the referee's watch is the one that counts. And in fact, it's Bohemians are done for that knock on in there.
Keep the push on goals!
By Boyle, and he finds it out and fed Evan Kenny, the scrum half, and now it's bobbled out and it's knocked away. And Michael O'Reilly tidies it up and he's trying to get moving, but it's knocked on by Corinthians. And that went too far the other way.
That's it.
Who'd be a coach? I'd say Michael Harding. Probably sitting there trying to remain calm. He'd probably wanted them to play a bit more in the previous play and play a bit less in that play. But they're not machines, and they're playing in the right half of the field. But to be fair, both sides have managed to cover ground very quickly in this game when they've been given an opportunity. And this will be a scrum to UL Bohemians.
Come on, ref.
Just taking his time, the referee, making them set up.
He's saying, come on.
He's thinking about stopping
Oh dear. It's Ulster 40, Connacht 7 in the junior interval. Corinthians are done for driving around. That's another silly penalty to give away.
Yeah, they just need to lock these things out. Just be, keep bows down in their half the pitch. You don't want to give the opposition opportunities to
get down.
Yeah.
The kick has got down to the 10-metre line of Corinthians across from us. We're hearing that Galwegians still lead by 25 points to 12 against Dolphin. But that's not a good day for the Connacht juniors in the Interpro. We'll be there in Craigs next week when they take on Leinster. They're 40 points to 7 down in City of Derry. Referee says that went backwards. Very slow from Bohemians. Now they crash it up the middle. They're trying to get it moving. Line in over the ball, and the player there was Stephen Hayes, the 18, and he just never looked comfortable trying to take that into contact. So UL Bohemians 21, Corinthians 32. Around about 72 minutes gone here on the clock.
Good God.
That's a phenomenal kick, and it's gone into touch. That was a fabulous kick by Nocton. A bit of a hand over your mouth one, but he's got it down right on the edge of the 22. Welcome back to our FM listeners. UL Bohemians 21, Corinthians 32. Corinthians with an attacking line out about 12 metres out from the, maybe a little bit more out from the UL Bohemians. It's across from us. Fabulous kick there off a penalty by Sean Nocton. And you feel they need this, they could do with a score. Brian Walsh again, massive man, he wins the line out. The referee said it was knocked on. Michelle coming through. Interesting. That's probably the first one that he hasn't hit straight into his hands. The 6'9" lad. But so it's a scrum to UL Bohemians. But Corinthians just want to keep the game nailed down in this part of the pitch.
Absolutely. Just keep the pressure on. Keep the game down there. Sort of cam heads are kind of needed a little bit there. They've kind of got a little bit sloppy the last few minutes.
Yeah, they're getting tired, I think, but they just need to stay. They've got to concentrate through this. We're getting closer and closer. Bohemians flicking it across the line. It's a bit aimless at the moment. Now OG's got it and he's making yards, but he's gone back lateral and he's pulled down. You can hear the Corinthians fans shouting, "Get him down." Nearly tempted to do that myself, but it's out and across. The Bohemians aren't going anywhere here, and they're in touch. They just ran out of ideas completely there, and that was John Devine again. This man, well, we've seen what his brother does, and maybe now he's thought, well, I better get at it and show what I can do. I can see this lad and his brother playing a lot of rugby for Connacht very soon. Absolutely. And Sean Nocton, and what do they say, grassroots to green shirts. Well, you're starting to see it now. There's plenty of players coming through. line out. It's going to be Max Holmes to throw it in. Corinthians collector Walsh got his hands on it this time. Now they're driving, and they're driving, and they're driving.
Joseph Tierney. Anyone who's after coming off for after now, well done.
Yeah, he's thrown a Bohemians player who was in the way out. Yeah, so take your time. They've got this sewn up if they get this right. It's fed out and across. There's a little cross chip field kick. Michael O'Reilly collects it. Michael O'Reilly flicks it back inside. The referee still lets the advantage go. But they've got the opportunity. Yeah, we're coming back for the penalty, I think. Yeah. Riley's a little bit disappointed. I thought he did very well actually there because it was a kick across. There's a few Bohemians players are on their knees. They're just tired. They're gasping for a bit of air. And they're 32-21 down. And by my watch now, we are at minute 77. So, as I say, that's all down to the referee. There hasn't been many stoppages in this half.
No, I don't think so. I think it'll be
pretty tight.
I think both are on the substitute here. For Keane Sheehy.
Update. It's now Ireland 12, Scotland 12 in the Women's Six Nations. I'm just hearing that in my headphones. So he's going to go for the posts. Sean Nocton has the ball in hand. Why not put it to 12? So it's also Galwegians leading 25-12 in Dolphin. That game must be getting well beyond 70 minutes gone. So Sean Nocton, who looks, he's a big unit, and we'll see where we are with this penalty. 31 points. 32-21 Corinthians lead. This is an opportunity to extend that lead. He's in just on the edge of the 22. He's kicking. He's on the left-hand side of the post, but he's well in from touch. I think he'd expect to get this. This could be the decisive moment to seal this win for Corinthians here in Anacotti. Nocton is on his way. And he's not on his way yet, he's just going through his routine. He's quite studied, but he's a beautiful kick in action. Ball's quite sitting high on the tee. Nocton's kick, straight down the middle. He looks like this lad looks like he can't miss. 35-21, Corinthians lead.
Well, great day for Corinthians, you'd have to say. I don't think I'm jumping to conclusions here. I think that could be the end of the game. Just fabulous day for for everybody involved in the club, and so first ball not gone 10. We're going back for a scrum and halfway.
Oh,
but
that's
you'd have to say
that's
that
when you know.
You'd have to say that
that's when you know it's going against you.
Yeah.
He was trying. I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to feed his winger. I'm just hearing here in my headphones that Dolphin are in for a try under the post, so that's getting very, very close now. It's going to be 25-19 if that conversion goes over there at about 77 minutes as well. 3 minutes left in this one. Scrum to Corinthians on halfway. No, it isn't really, John. They've just kicked another penalty. The machine that is Sean Nocton.
Come on now, Balls.
It's 35-21. I reckon we're at about 78 minutes gone here, but of course there have been stoppages at the referees. Penalty to Corinthians, and that's right on the middle of halfway, and I think that was for trying to play the ball in the scrum with a hand.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Sean Nocton try and kick this.
Yeah, he might as well. He run the clock down. Max Flynn is jogging off for Corinthians. If I was having a man of the match, and that's it. That's the job done. The referee has blown the final whistle, and Sean Nocton has kicked the ball out, and Corinthians are promoted to Division 2A. They are elated. UL Bohemians are demoted to Division 2B. They're on their knees. They look upset, but Corinthians have done the job here this afternoon with a stunning second half performance that started in the last seconds of the first half. They were 14-5 down
right at the end of the game, at the end of the half. Oran Burke got in for a try. That was converted by John Devine to make it 14-12 at half time. Nocton added a penalty. It was 15-14 to Corinthians, the first time they'd been in the lead after Finn McNulty had put them in the lead after 27 minutes. Evan Kenny added a try, which was converted by Nocton, 22-14. Nocton with another penalty. Kenny with a try, converted by Nocton. Sheehy got in for a try for UL Bows. That was converted by Harry Byrne, 32-21. But Corinthians have seen that out and they've had the penalty from Nocton. It's finished here. Corinthians winning 35-21. Corinthians players hugging, shaking hands. That was a fabulous, fabulous performance. Niall, you must be thrilled.
Oh, delighted for everybody that's involved there. Michael Hurley putting in huge amounts of effort. Billy Johnson here beside us doing videos of games all season. It's a club effort that goes into these kind of things, you know. See the Casburns out there, Stacky, you know, just all these boys that put in serious effort for the club.
It's absolutely fabulous, and it's even better because we've just heard the Galwegians are also promoted.
Oh, brilliant stuff.
And I know there is a good rivalry between the two clubs, but to see both city clubs on the same day getting promoted, it's brilliant for Connacht Rugby because it means you can put players in, they're playing at a higher level. We've seen Matthew Devine come through in the last couple of weeks. John Devine's not far behind him. Sean Nocton is also in that situation, and that's what you need to see. I want to see local players, I want to see them playing a good level of rugby, and that is just a fabulous performance. UL Bohemians, they look a bit dejected. They got away with it last year, but they haven't done it 2 years in a row. It's a big ask. They have to contemplate now life in a lower division. They'll wonder maybe how they couldn't hold it together at that situation where they seemed to have got a grip on the game, but Corinthians just got the job done and they were absolutely on top from just on half time, and they got the job done. And it's Niall Shield again. They kept playing, they kept trying, there was no holdback.
Yeah, no, the fabulous performance. They just kept it going. I feel sorry for UL Bows. They're a great club. Graham Burns down here could have been nicer to us, you know, for setting up and everything like that. But I suppose the day is all about Corinthians now.
It is, and yes, I back that up. We got a great welcome, and we got a fabulous position to commentate from. The weather played ball. I'm not going to say that I'm warm, but I don't really care. It didn't rain on us, and our signal got out and we got the job done. There's all Corinthians. The fans have come on the field now. They've got underneath the UL Bohemians ground crew going around collecting the flags. They've got a lot to think about. It's a difficult time when you get relegated. Difficult time this time last year for Corinthians when they just got that semi against Dungannon wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's great to see that they've learned from it, you know.
Yeah, well, that's all you want, isn't it? You want to see a side that says, okay, we got it wrong, now we're going to get it right. And they have got it right all season. They'd only lost 3 games. They were right on top, up at the top of the division, right through. And it came, Instonians were fantastic. But Corinthians have got the promotion, Galwegians have got the promotion. The juniors aren't doing so hot at the minute in Derry, and we have Connacht tonight, 8 p.m. Commentary. Our programme will start about 10 to 8. Myself and Rob Murphy doing that game, vital game for Connacht. And Niall, we'll talk briefly about that. That's a huge one for them.
Well, massive after the results last night. They need 5 points. That's kind of the long and short. But now at this stage of the season, they probably ruled their missed chances from earlier on in the season. Listen, there's lots of positives as well from Connacht perspective. Young fellas signing up, young fellas re-signing. Local boys, it's great to see it. So, but they still do need that 5 points.
Just have a look at the results. Zebre 9, Glasgow 40. It must be very handy for Glasgow to play Zebre twice a season. To play them twice in the last 4 weeks seems quite shambolic in fixtures. I'm sorry, that's nonsense. Bulls 61, Ospreys 24. Those are results. Cardiff 0, Edinburgh 7 is the latest. And Lions 0, Munster 3. Looking for the double in South Africa, the double at altitude.
we'll never hear the end of it. Stormers and Leinster is at 6:05, and then 8 p.m. tonight, Dragons and Connacht. In the women's Six Nations, the score that I'm seeing on the BBC site here remains 12 each. That game must be very, very close to the end. It kicked off at 2:15, but apparently there was a serious injury to a Scottish player, which did delay the first half considerably. So I hope that news on that is better.
You never want to see that.
No, you certainly don't. And the last score we had in the junior interprovincial was Ulster 40 and Connacht 7 at City of Derry. Tough place to go. Clogher Valley giving a lot of players to that side. Of course, they actually finished ahead of Galwegians, but Galwegians have done their job today as well, and they must be absolutely thrilled because, you know, to go down to the bottom division. And frankly, last season they didn't play very good rugby, but they've straightened themselves out. Michael Guilfoyle's come in. I think Jared Butler's also done a lot of work with them this year, and it's good to see.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to reset your club and retest and how you're going to go about what you're doing with your club, you know, for the seasons to come. Brendan Guilfoyle during the week saying that he, you know, just kind of needed to reset and I suppose maybe reevaluate what they were about and what they were going to do. And it's great to see that they've come back up, you know, doing it the right way as well. You know?
Corinthians up to 2A. Possibility of a couple of these players maybe closer to representing Connacht. They might be disappearing over the horizon for you. I'm sure you'd be delighted to see them getting that opportunity, John Devine and Sean Nocton. But the big thing for me is how they've learned from last season, because they just got it wrong a couple of times at the end there, you know. There's one of the UL Bohs players down here in front of me. Tears are running down his face. It's very tough. It's very, very tough when it doesn't work for you. But I suppose they would accept they got away with it last season, but they didn't get away with it this season, and they've now got to go back and regroup and get ready.
Yeah, sometimes it can be. You never want to hear it yourself, but sometimes it can be a good thing to say, you know, we've been trying it whatever which way for a while and it's not working, and then you need to, just like I was saying, just reset how you go about what you're doing in your club. And sometimes you need the push to make you do that. I think there's a tendency for clubs trying just to try and hold on, and maybe you just, you know, sometimes you need to pull the plaster and just, you know, get back. It's the only way you can heal properly, and so hopefully they can sort themselves out here. UL Bohs as well. They're a great club as well.
It's a lovely facility.
Yeah,
I have to say. Down in Anacotti, they've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitches. 4 anyway. It's a very proud club. From up to Zarley many years ago, I played cricket here. That was about 40 years ago. But I'll tell you, the only time I ever played cricket here was the night